Okay, people. So the new Judd Apatow, Judd, yeah, yeah, it's Judd Apatow, Apatow. I feel that's how you say it. Anyway, his new film has now hit Netflix. It is called The Bubble, and like I really enjoy yeah, most of Apatow's films. You know what I mean? Like, this is 40, just yeah, great. Happy to hear they're looking to do a third. You know, Knocked Up was good. Just all them films, man, they're fun, right? Um, and with this one, because right, I think the crazy thing about the pandemic and everything is the people that want to make stuff based on the pandemic, right? And for the most part, it sucks. You know what I mean? It's just like, ugh. I don't like, why do I want to watch a film about people in the pandemic? And it's just shitty. It's shit, like trying to be like, oh yes, look at our commentary on everything. And it's just ugh. You just roll your fucking eyes, right? But as I said, look, I enjoyed Judd's films, so I was curious to see what he does with this, and especially when you look at the cast, it's like, yo, okay, all right, what's gonna happen? Okay, so yeah, he directs and he co-writes with Pam Brady. Um, yeah, Apatow produces the film. Um, it's executive produced by Brady, Barry Mendel, and Donald Saburin. It is co-produced by Judah Miller, Dave King, Tim Inman, Steve Dawson, Andrew Dawson, with Savannah Kelly and Dina Rosenblatt as associate producers. Andrew Bird handles the music. Ben Smitherd is cinematography. Dan Shellac and James Thomas edit the film. Casting was from Victor Jenkins and Gail Keller. Art direction was handled by Neil Callow, Paul Girandani, Celestria Kimmins, and Virginia Arena. Set decoration was Amanda Wilgrave. Lindsay Moore handled costumes. Yeah, that's kind of the main lot. Now our cast, well, whew, we have got Harry Trevelyan as Gumpher, Samson Kao as Bola, Danielle Vitalis as Pippa, Karen Gillan as Carol Cobb, Rob Delaney as Carol's agent, Marty. Fred Armisen is Darren Elgin. Chris Wistake is Josh, Carol's boyfriend. He's got 2 kids. Udrina Woolrich is his daughter, and Grant Woolrich is his son. We've got Howie, played by Guz Khan. Anika is played by Maria Bakalova. Ron, the hotel manager, is played by Via Das. We've got Leslie Mann as Lauren Van Chance. David Duchovny is Dustin Mulray, her husband. We've got Keegan-Michael Key as Sean Knox, Nick Kusha as Scott, Galen Hooper as Carla, and Pedro Pascal as Dita Bravo. Judd's, well, just one of his daughters in this one, Iris Apatow. She plays Crystal Chris. Her mum is played by Maria Bamford. We got John Lithgow as Tom. Kate McKinnon is Paula, the studio boss. Donna Eyre is Susan Howard. Alexander Owen is Cyril. Ben Ashendine is Tim. Ivy Walk is a YouTuber. We got Xander M. Lano is Rafi. That is Dustin and Lauren's son. Monica is played by Katie O'Brien. Kate is Daisy Ridley. Zaki is played by Raphael Akaluk. We got Celeste Dring as Martha. Zaki's wife, Minnie, is played by Catherine Drysdale. Yeah, that's essentially it. So the gist of the film is this: sneaking out, hooking up, melting down. They bubbled up to make a movie, but this much togetherness is more than they can take. Right, so yeah, it's a film about actors and actresses making a film, right? That's what this is. And it's meant to, like, it's meant to be this parody, right? This look at Hollywood, you know what I mean? Where they're like saying how ludicrous it is. You know, people moaning about, oh, I'm stuck in a hotel. Oh no, I've got to quarantine in a big room with room service and everything. You know what I mean? When it's just like, yo, you're getting paid all this money and you're complaining, and there's other people who are stuck, made redundant, you know what I mean? Couldn't leave the house, or they're in a flat share, so they're stuck in a room. You know what I mean? And so it's showing the hypocrisy, like the ludicrous nature of it all. That's what this film is meant to be. Now, it's then, right, because then we're seeing the actual film being made, and it's like, oh, look, the film is essentially poking fun at stuff like, you know, these big ass franchises like Fast and the Furious, right? When they're, you know, because we see kind of posters and clips from the previous 5 films where they go to space and they go, you know what I mean? Just like when the ideas run out, where do we send these people? Right? That's the joke. That's the joke of it all. And, you know, it's fine. But I think the film is over 2 hours. It is long. It is a long ass film. And you kind of notice it's long, right? There's been films that were long, like June was, I think June was 2.5 hours, right? But yeah, I did not notice. I did not notice it was that long, you know? And I think that's the mark of a really good film. When if it's long, you just don't, you know, Lord of the Rings, I don't care that was 3 hours. And then I do the extended versions, which are even longer, you know what I mean? And yo, I'm just there. I'm on it, man. Like, it's not like looking at my watch, being like, ugh, what is happening? This is way too long. You know? No, granted, some people don't want the length. I'm fine with it, man. But yeah, this one, it is long, and because like the film is meant to be bad, right? And the actors are meant to be like no one is likable. No one is likable, and you've got just shitty acting, but it's meant to be shitty acting. You know what I mean? It's meant to be shitty acting. It's meant to have trashy dialogue. Well, within the film, it's meant to be, right? But even the parody dialogue, which is poking fun of the whole thing, right? There's a lot of it that just felt kind of forced, right? And I think that's a big thing. There's these situations and everything, and it just feels a little bit forced. When they're making fun of how to kill the beasts and all of this, and it's just like, no, it's not. It's just this thing, and it comes in and it comes out, and it'll be coming at you, and it's just like, yeah, I not understand what you're trying to do, but it's not subtle. I think that's the big thing. It's not subtle. Now, I remember This Is the End. I love this. This Is the End was hilarious. You know what I mean? And that again, it's like this parody, but it worked. I felt that one really worked because it was just stupid. It was stupid. It knew it was stupid. You know what I mean? And it's not being too ludicrous. I mean, granted, it's the apocalypse. You know what I mean? So there is that level of what are they doing? You know what I mean? There is that level of that, but it still worked, right? It still really worked for me. So yeah, you had that. You had stuff like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which was playing on the relationships breaking up, and Russell Brand's character was just over the top, but it was fine. It worked. You know what I mean? And so you can look at some of Apatow's films, and you'd be like, yeah, that was crazy, but it doesn't matter. It comes off still as hilarious, you know? And I think that is the big thing. This one for me, it was just forced. Like the dancing and just it didn't feel as fun and natural. Like when we have the big dance scene in 40 Year Virgin, it's just stupid. It's funny, right? You're just like, yo, what are they doing, man? In this, you just kind of roll your eyes a little bit because it's just like, okay, yes, now it's making fun of social media and the fact that films will throw social media stars with no acting into things, right? Just because they have followers, which does not equate to people watching your film, right? That's the big thing. Like the followers on social media, they're not brand loyal. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily follow people to every single thing, you know? But people still seem to think that. But yeah, that's the thing with this. It's just it's just way too on the nose, right? It's kind of like, did you just see what we did there? That was funny. We're poking fun at that. Did you see? Do you understand what we did? That's what we were getting over and over again. And like this whole security guard thing was just you're just like, wait, what the fuck is going on? What? Like it didn't really make any sense. like the whole football player thing again. It was just like, okay, all right, if we're really doing this, you know? And that is such a because I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it. I was like, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do, man? How's he gonna make me fucking laugh? And it was just like, okay, okay. Like the Dida, Pascal's character was just, uh, okay. So yeah, again, look, I understand they're making fun, but we've just seen these characters before, but on a tad better, you know? That's the thing. But hey, I am sure there's gonna be people that are like, yo, this is the funniest thing, man. The funniest thing I've seen. I wish I could say that, but it just didn't work for me. But I didn't like funny people. A load of people like funny people. So I would probably say if you liked funny people, then I think the bubble might be you, right? If you enjoyed the stuff like Not Another Teen Movie, right? Like Not a Disaster Movie, that kind of ill. If you enjoyed those, I think the bubble will speak to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think you have to weigh up what kind of things you enjoy comedy wise, because it might not work if you're just like, yo, I'm looking for another super bad. I'm looking for another, you know what I mean? This is the end. Knocked up, whatever, whatever. It's not that. I didn't think anyway. But yeah, we're just seeing these people at different stages of their careers, at different points of the shoot, and how it's unraveling and everything's going nuts. But yeah, you, I just didn't care, right? It wasn't like, oh man, I hope these people get out, right? It was just like, ugh, okay, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna bring this to a close? But hey, make up your own minds, people. Just think of the Judd films that you've enjoyed, the ones you haven't. You know, think of stuff like the sequels to Van Wilder. Van Wilder itself was funny, man. But think of the sequels, right? And then, yeah, as I said, look, the Not Another films, just all of that. If you enjoy them, then this will work. If you didn't, then maybe you don't want to watch this. But yeah, people, that's it's just my opinion, right? So yeah, do you people?